rat food on the road.
Here we are.
Rat food on the road. My eye line, if you're watching on YouTube, will be confusing because Mel's down here on my laptop. Do I look in the lens? Do I look at you? Where do I go?
Babe,
what do I do?
World's your oyster. Do you know what? It's 2025. You can do absolutely whatever the frack you want.
My favourite thing is when Mel goes Gadigal, hashtag Mel goes Gadigal, is I always get to see the array of apartments you find yourself in. And I just never know when I'm going to open up my laptop and I'm like, now whose friend is this? Who are you staying with, babe?
Of being like, new background again. It's never the same. Never the same thing twice.
It's never the same. My question to you is, how late into the piece until you asked around? Because I saw an Insta story that got deleted. And I missed out on seeing the Insta story in its full form. Let me know.
Well, thanks so much for asking. As everyone knows, rats, if you're listening, I am severely type B, right? And Sam loves to take the piss out of me, and she's not wrong in saying that whenever I go into state, I leave it so late to be like, Matilda, can I sleep on your couch?
Matilda, are you awake, Matilda?
Knock, knock, Matilda, are you awake, Matilda? And then Sam also has expressed in the past that she's like, and fuck you, because it always comes through for you.
And it shouldn't. There should be one day where you're on the street soaking wet, holding your bag of shit going, no. But it never happens. You're always cuddled up with a cat and a fresh loaf of bread and some butter. Literally. And I'm fucking over it. Now,
I'm fucking furious. No, this time, this is probably boring, but I was very ahead of the curve and I actually organised it all very well. Long story short, was planning to stay with someone who was house sitting, and then literally 12 hours before that's dramatic. Maybe 24 hours before I literally hopped on my little plane and I get a message, Mel, disaster strikes. The people who we were going to house sit for, my friends were house sitting for, they all have COVID. So sorry, we will not be house sitting anymore.
Okay,
and it was like for a week on Gadigal.
Yep.
And so, I put up an Instagram story and literally, I love that you said you didn't even see it because it was gone. It happened in 11 minutes, Sam.
There you go.
11
is insane.
That's a record. And for the next day and for a week-long stay.
Now, here's the thing. If you're listening, rats, I know that our Instagram community is only growing and growing and growing. Stop making this happen. Stop responding to these Instagram stories. Friends of the pod, friends of Mel O'Brien in particular, stop it. I say giving. No. Sam says no. No, I'm kidding. It's almost like by being a gorgeous person and giving people all the time in the world, you too get back all the time in the world.
I get back a Matilda. Can I come over?
Hello. Mel, we were just having best friend chats before we did this pod, but I said I had to save this story for the pod.
Yes.
You're not going to believe what happened to me today.
Oh, can you tell me everything from the start and in an immense amount of detail?
I will tell you everything from the start in an immense amount of details.
Or you can do it the Sammy version where you go, went to the shops, pretty much there was a banana, and all of a sudden that was the game of Twister. That was crazy.
That is literally how I tell stories. That's actually how I tell stories. It's so bad. Okay, here's my storytelling skills coming out 101. 101.
That's my best friend on that computer screen right there.
Love you. She's down here, everyone. She's down here. Dark web. Now, that's not even funny. This isn't dark web. This was absolutely real and it happened in 3D, 4D even, to me today.
What happened?
So everyone knows that I love public pool. It's where I feel serene. It's where I feel the most me. I love. I had this realization. This is not related to the story, but I'm going to add some flavor. I become a little rascal when I am anywhere with high ceilings. Chadstone, a hotel lobby, a swimming pool, a library.
Nino, rascal attack.
Rascal alert. I become a rascal. It's like there's a fire cracking in my chest and everything just feels a whole lot more fun and a whole lot more silly. I just get it's like I'm taking MDMA when I walk into a high ceilinged building. And today I was in a high ceilinged building that was the Northcote Aquatic Centre, my favourite place to be. Anyway, long story short, I went there with Neve. And we had a gorgeous session. We did our classic route of sauna, cold plunge, outdoor pool, sauna, outdoor pool, steam, outdoor pool, All was good. We actually fucking nailed it. We were feeling so zen. And then we went over to our bags and I went, oh, let's go get changed in change rooms. And then Neve was like, yeah, true. And I was like, oh, no, fuck it, let's get changed here. And I'm like, no, let's go get changed in change rooms. And I kept going back and forth. And meanwhile, behind me is an entire hydrotherapy pool filled with, I would say, about 15 people, an entire spa, and then people just kind of, plodding along and packing up their stuff.
A pool full of ACLs.
Absolutely. I do believe that some AFL teams absolutely train there because there's just too many men with 8 packs coming into the sauna.
To romanticize fucking Northcote Aquatic Centre to the nth degree. You're like, that's probably Princess Diana.
Princess Diana? What are you doing here? Her just ordering a fucking ciabatta. Work.
A lifesaver icy bowl.
That is so fucking real. Anyway, so what I'm trying to say is there are a lot of people around.
Yeah.
And
it's pumping.
Yeah, it's absolutely pumping. And then I went, we did the classic thing. We've all done it before. Some people are like, oh, nah, fuck it. I'm going to go in my change room and change in peace. That's fine. I'm a little bit bold and kind of can't be asked. So naturally, the towel's going around the waist. And it's time to
slip off the bikini bottoms,
chuck on the pants.
On the undies.
Probably no undies, just chuck on the pants so then I can go. So
I love that the possibility of with Zoom like that section would have sounded like absolutely chuck on the bikini, but yeah.
Exactly. So
it was us going at the exact same time. Down with the bathers, up with the perfect.
So I popped this jumper on. Now usually the success in changing swiftly by poolside is you need to have a long enough jumper so that your puss isn't out, right?
Yeah, sure. You've got it down to an exact craft.
Yeah. This is for the rats watching at home, an extra small jumper. It may as well be cropped, but it's not actually. It gaslights you because you think it's going to be long enough to cover the puss triangle, the part that the what's it called, the landing strip, if you will. But that's not even my problem.
The mons pubis, babe.
Yeah, because I have anxiety. I'm like, there's no way I'm going to be full puss out. So I put my towel around me. I change into my jumper. Great. I go to check if my jumper's long enough. I'm like, no, my puss will be out. So that's fine. So I wrap my towel around me. Neve wraps her towel around her. And then Neve, and I go, oh, well, who should go first? And Neve goes, that's fine. I'll just hold your towel around you now whilst you put your pants on. So Neve's got her towel wrapped around her, opens up my towel to be around me. Hold
on, repeat. Neve's got her towel around her.
Wrapped around her, right?
Yeah.
And then she's holding on to this big yellow towel that's wrapped around me so that I can put my pants on.
Princess Diary style, I'll hold that for you while you get changed.
Correct.
Yeah.
So then I go to pull up these fucking Puma pants onto my legs. Now what's happened is as I'm pulling them up, they've got this fucking mesh netting that sits under them, which means they're getting stuck on my legs.
The gusset, babe.
The gusset. But then all of a sudden, Neve's towel falls down, so she's arse out. And so then in order to save herself, she drops mine. But I'm stuck in a mesh netting of my own pants. So at this moment, we're both mooning the entire Northcote Aquatic Centre, and it was just so funny. It was the most save yourself moment. I didn't even have her come in and try and save the day. Her ass was out, so she's fucking laughing, and it's that classic thing. Once you start,
ass out is so funny. It's so simple.
And let it be known, our asses were facing the pool. They weren't facing the window. It was ass out because that's what we thought we were doing better. Oh, they can't see the puss. Little did they know we would be mooning them almost immediately.
They would be getting full hole.
Princess
hole
Diana
to the wind.
Yeah, Princess Diana and Michael Jackson are in the pool behind me going, Jesus Christ, what's going on there?
Going, hee.
But then, in classic fashion, you know when you get the giggles and you can't stop, but you have to move swiftly on? We couldn't stop laughing as Neve tries to grab her towel. So she puts it back around her and she goes, I'm going to try again. So she's holding the towel back around me and I'm like,
is anyone around you giggling or pointing?
We couldn't see, but I'm gonna hazard a guess that it got to the point where I was so stuck in these pants that my foot was stuck in the netting and I just couldn't pull them up.
Exactly what you mean.
But we had the giggles, so we weren't going into action mode. We were just laughing at it. And I went, my ass is fully out to all of Richmond football team. Eventually, we managed to pull it up. I think the fucking lifesaver or whatever his name is what are they called? Lifeguards? Was like 16, probably did like a few laps and was like, Jesus Christ, and left. Anyway, today was the day that I absolutely mooned all of Northcote Aquatic Centre.
I can't believe
and it was just,
that. That's
and then
so
I was just
good.
like, God, it's so funny. Who cares? It's just a bum. But what was funny was I literally felt like a chicken stuck in a net. Like I just couldn't move.
Yeah. No, you painted an incredible. I really feel it.
Yeah, and I think today was the first day. No, that's all right. No, I was going to come in with the shittest joke. I was going to say today was the first day that I realised I sympathise and can understand what it would be like to be a fish caught in a net. and I'm pretty anti-fishing now because of that moment. I understand. Right near a body of water too. My habitat,
so
the water where I
good.
belong. It was just perfect. Anyway,
I remember when I was like, you know, when you're young and you go to the pool, I feel like the pool changing room was like the first place that I was like, whoa, naked bodies. And you know what?
100%.
Hell yeah. And now it's so funny. And I feel like I can track my relationship with like myself or like even just societal things or just like standard age things that everybody goes through of like when I was like 12, I remember being like, I can't believe those old women just like let it all hang out in the changing room. And not like yuck, but I remember being like a bit like ooh about it or a bit like and now that I'm of full prefrontal lobe development phase, I'm
absolutely.
I'm absolutely raw dogging it in the pool change room.
Oh, hell yeah. I'm the exact same.
Why wouldn't you? And it's like, oh, it's literally just bodies. Who cares? But I remember when I was little, it was like, and that is some titties.
And 100%. And titties in all different colours, shapes and sizes. And I remember my eyes being like, what in the hell? I'm so with you. Yeah.
Literally.
But it was just the perfect pool moment. We'll move swiftly on from that. But anyway, that's a true embarrassing story.
Oh, I love that.
2 lesbians, 2 moons, Princess Diana.
2 anussies.
2 absolute.
Right. Nina, title alert. We mooned Princess Diana at Northcote Aquatic Centre.
It's absolutely perfect. It's a bit clickbaity, and I think as we should.
Yeah. Me realising I have control of my own sim because I make the titles.
Mel makes all the titles for the rat food. That's why they're always trending and funny. And mine for the rat bags are like, all aboard for the rush hour crush. You know why, Wicked Sisters? Because I'm millennial. And it is what it says on the tin. Jesus Christ. Yeah.
Right. Babe. Well, just in case anyone listening to this pod doesn't care about your bare and nussy to the wind.
Fair enough.
I'm in pupil mode today on pod because there's a couple of little rat cubes of cheese that we've got to dissect about what's going on in the world.
Absolutely.
Don't we, my girl? And you're going to tell me all about it because I know simply nothing.
No, you are so fine. I'm going to come in with one fact. We're not going to flesh it out. We're just going to talk personal experience and anecdotes because that's all we do. Why back it up with fact when we can just riff? So
when we can just have freckle, bee curl hair and lie.
Literally, it's me before pre-planning this this rat food and going to Mel, don't worry, I can anchor this next chat because I've got some facts written down. I have one date written down.
Famous
and to me, that's research. So
wait, Sam, we have to do it. We have to tell everyone, this is such a like side note, but rats, something that we love to do is we go, today, the 3, oh no, we've literally done this on pod. The 3 things I know how to do today are blah, blah, blah. What? Can we do one for today because we haven't done one in ages?
Okay, yes. Let me think of mine and as you think of yours. Yep.
I'm just going to go off the top of my head. The 3 things that I know, the only 3 things I know how to do today are be on 1 hour flight to Sydney with weird mouth feeling because it's just so early in the morning.
Oh, I know that.
Do you know what I mean?
Yes. Yes.
I'm like, why weird mouth feeling when just early though?
Yes. As in, what does your mouth actually feel like? Let's riff on this for a second.
Let's riff on that. Absolutely. Let's unpack it. I don't know. I think it's just like that weird thing of like when you've been like flying or your body's like, what's going on? And it just all feels a bit topsy-turvy.
Yep, absolutely.
I got up at 4:15 a.m. this morning to go to the airport.
4:15
to come to Gadigal.
That's just crazy.
Yeah. All I know how to do is have weird mouth in feeling.
Yep.
Leave person whose apartment I'm staying in hanging as she goes. How'd you get into the apartment okay? And I go, The Simpsons, silent. And
out without a lead. That's so good.
And what's the third thing? And miss my best friend, even though we've only been apart for a day.
Illy you, darling. Those are very good. All that I know how to do is call locksmith, moon Northcote Aquatic Centre, and become rascal in high ceiling.
Yeah, rascal.
Rascal in high ceilings.
Right. Enough for the silliness. Social media ban. Pretty serious stuff.
So the social media ban is coming into effect in December of 2025, the end of the
Drop
year.
that fact, baby
Thank
girl.
you so
let him
much.
know. Absolutely let him know.
Fleshing it out.
Extra, read all about it.
Thank you so much for asking, which means 16 years old and under will be unable to make and or operate a social media account. They are yet to confirm all the apps that will be affected, but it is currently looking like it's going to affect X, Snapchat, TikTok, Instagram, all of your main ones that you would have a social media account on. Don't ask me a question, Mel. I can't answer it.
No. I'm not going to ask you facts questions, but all I'm going to say is I didn't know about this and I'm pretty gooped and gagged by it.
Yeah.
Are we like, this is a fantastic idea? I think it's mostly hell yeah, right?
I also agree that it's mostly hell yeah. I think if it was social media in the way that it existed when we were growing up, and I know we have a few years in between us and genuinely would have slightly different introductions to social media, which I'd love to unpack. I think the way the internet is now, I wouldn't, if I was a parent, I probably wouldn't want my 14-year-old, 13-year-old, 12-year-old kid called Tommy going on Instagram and TikTok.
It's a great opportunity for a girl dad so Tom could ask us parenting advice. I miss Tom.
But it made me think about, obviously, we've kind of grown up in the tech generation. I wanted to ask you your relationship with social media. This is so funny going so earnest, but I more mean it in a light way. Your relationship. What was the first social media app that you were allowed to use? What was it?
It was Facebook.
Yes.
And I got it pretty late in the game. I got Facebook like year 10. I didn't have any social media till like halfway through year 10.
So what year was that?
It would have been 2013.
Whoa.
Yeah, really late.
Yeah,
I feel like I've said this to you before. Yeah, like I really didn't have social media. I didn't have MySpace at all. Nor generational difference alert.
Gap alert. Yep.
Gap alert. I'd never had MySpace.
Yep.
And I had Facebook, but I was too, on TikTok when you see people will comment like, why is that child so conscious? Have you seen those comments?
I think so, but
this concept of like children being conscious. But I feel like what I was going to say is I feel like I was too conscious and too fully formed by the time I got Facebook that I didn't have like the embarrassing days. Like I still have, I've never deleted anything off my Facebook. I don't have anything funny to like reshare when it's like memories and stuff. Like the worst thing I have is like photos of me being like, and I'm
gotcha. You've never archived anything from your social media.
Fact. And neither from my Instagram. If you go on my Instagram, challenge alert. If you go down to like my Instagram, every single post is there from when I was in year 11 in high school. Year 12.
Wowee.
To now.
And you know what I love about that? And this is going to sound like a read, but I actually say it with so much love. That is a social media account of someone that has not been in 100 relationships. Because good God, are you archiving when you go through breakups? You are not keeping photos of exes from past, from the past.
No, yeah. So I got Facebook, and I remember I kind of like convinced my parents to let me have it because I just had a French exchange student, and that was the big like, if I have Facebook, I'll be able to keep in touch with her. And they were like, all right, we do hear you. You're allowed.
That's clever.
Which is kind of crazy as well. In year 10, I'm like, that was low-key quite strict of them, but you better work.
I think that is definitely on the stricter side, especially because you being younger than me, you would think that you have been on social media for longer than I have.
Yeah.
But I've been on, when did I start? I was on MSN in year 5. So that was like 2004. That was 2004, and then I was on MySpace in year 6. So that is 2005. Yes, 2005 for MySpace.
That's
I've been on social
wild.
media since then. I remember, oh my gosh, okay, this is perfect. I feel like I could talk about this for a million years.
Yeah.
On MySpace, you could have a landing song that played on your profile when people went to visit your profile.
Yeah.
I would love you to guess what my song was on you actually won't guess it, but just have a guess anyway, on my MySpace profile. And if you're listening right now on YouTube or on Spotify, comment before I tell you the answer because I want to see how badly you read me for filth.
All right. I reckon it would have been something. Oh, like I know that this isn't right, but there's a world in which I see it being like, "It's like too high on a lollipop and where did you down?"
That's a great guess. Yes,
like something actually like a bit wanky that you would listen to and be like, I could do a good choral arrangement of that.
That's not a crazy guess at all.
You know?
Because it's also me listening to Mika, you know, the guy that did Happy Ending and all those songs. Like,
yes,
this is the way you left me.
I was obsessed with. I could be brown, I could be blue, I could be violet sky.
Yes,
obsessed.
My song, which I don't even understand because I wasn't even a huge fan of her, was "Stars Are Blind" by Paris Hilton. That was my song. What
that
a gag.
That is so girly pop Pilates princess of you. I'm obsessed with that.
Do you know why I remember that? Because #bullying exists and social media stuff sticks with you. So on fucking MySpace, I wish I could resurrect or find my MySpace and see what it used to look like. It was so cool. You could design your own profile. You could have glitter text box. You could comment publicly on people's walls, kind of like a Facebook wall. But then you could also have like a message box. It was really about designing it similar to a Tumblr, but I remember someone commented publicly.
Did people do like for TBHs and stuff, or was that predated?
There was a lot of those like what are they called, like text generators or code generators being like, "I love you" with like heaps of like curses and stuff. I don't really know how to explain it, but it was a lot of just us playing around with an entry level kind of, I don't even know what it was, but someone commented publicly on my MySpace wall, "Love is Blind is your profile song, fucking loser." And I still remember
jokes
it.
on them, because what's your favourite show to this day, Samantha Andrew? Reality. What are you watching?
What's my favourite show? Shark Tank. Wait, what?
Hey, guys, I'm going to barrel for this moment. Sometimes you can set something up.
No,
sometimes
I want to get it
set something
right.
Up. Love is Blind.
Oh, Love is Blind. That makes all the... Sorry. It was right there. I'm a woman of shame today. I've mooned a pool. I need to be treated with caution. But my entry was to MySpace and then I moved over to Facebook. But I remember, and this is like a little bit dark, but I remember in Year 6 primary school being called into the principal's office, a whole bunch of us, because there was, I wasn't involved. I was a bystander, which I learnt was not good enough, which I own. I'm not going to say that I was perfect in this situation because I had a meeting with my principal about this. But there was a girl in our year level who was just getting relentlessly bullied online. And I remember having a meeting in our school hall where the parents had printed off all of the posts and it was my entry into, like, because I was in Year 6, I was like, I didn't even understand kind of bullying first and foremost. It was something I was still kind of getting used to, but online bullying. And I can imagine that the school as well would have been like, we don't even have the tools or the resources or the knowledge on how to deal with this thing. It felt so native. But I remember
oh no, sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
That's kind of it. I just was thinking about the online bullying thing, and I feel this real guilt because I remember that meeting and I remember being called a bystander and it's sticking with me so deeply. And being
that's so real.
I'm not going to be a bystander.
Those things stick with you.
Exactly. Yeah.
I feel like everyone has a thing of like, this one time I was mean to someone in Year 6 and then I was never mean to anyone again. It's like my story of the note that I wrote where I was like, she looks like a rat.
and then your mum was like, my mum
found it,
never again.
Sat me down and was like, never again. This is disgusting. I will never see anything like this from you again. This is not who you are. This isn't who I raised. And I was like, you're so real for that.
So powerful.
No, what I was going to say is I remember those, the first like cyberbullying like seminars or like learning what a digital footprint is and being like, whoa. And I like, obviously I've like, but also that stuff stayed with me too. I was definitely more on the conservative side. Like I remember when like, even when like, this is kind of crazy because like obviously now I like have such different views on it, but at the time I remember when like gals would post photos from like a party with like a cruiser and like they don't even look drunk or anything, but like a cruiser and they're in like a bikini style like crop top, and I was like, you're never going to achieve your dreams, Stephanie. What if the lawyer finds that? Like I remember, and I really remember like everything I post being like, I was like, fuck, I can't put anything online, which is crazy.
Nanny State O'Brien.
No, literally. And obviously there's, of course, that a true seed to it of like the digital footprint of it all of like, no, truly everything you ever say can be like kept and stuff. But like, yeah, it's so funny. I really was so conservative / strict.
That's so funny, and probably from your parents as well. That's so.
Yeah.
That's
clarifying,
so
not conservative, like politically and stuff.
Oh,
like that's not what I mean.
I do not think you need to caveat that. My favourite homo.
The caveat cake.
The caveat.
The caveat cake.
Oh my god. So yeah, social media absolutely wild. Did you ever were you ever on MSN?
No, never. You know what else I never really did either? I never really had that experience of like watching, because famously as well, true fans of the pod know I didn't have Channel 10 in my house. And I'm pretty sure the music video channel or MTV or something was in...
Yes, Rage or something.
Yeah,
Rage might have been 10.
I never really had that experience of like, I feel like that's an ultimate like late 90s gal experience of like watching those like shit hot 90s and early 2000s music videos. Yeah. And I never really did that either.
I think Channel 10 was the slutty channel.
So it's absolutely mind-boggling that I've turned out to be such a little slut.
Channel 10, can we just take a second? They broadcast to prime-time, family-friendly 6 p.m. television someone getting turkey slapped in the face with a dick, and we all really went, oh yeah, that can go on free to air.
Hell yeah.
Like that, it was really bad. It was really, really bad.
It was also Rove, wasn't it? Rove?
Pardon? Rove McManus, absolutely Channel 10.
Yeah.
Yeah. Rove was
Hashtag
Channel 10.
where's Rove?
But you know what?
What's he up to these days?
What is Rove up to? I have absolutely no idea.
Hashtag find Rove.
Hashtag find Rove. Oh gosh, no. I'm also not sure if the turkey slap incident was actually a bit more heinous than I needed to bring up, but I just remember it being on. I remember like learning about it and being like, that was absolutely insane. The turkey slap incident, and I didn't even watch Big Brother.
I don't know what that is.
Oh, so turkey slap is when you slap someone with your dick, but apparently in the Big Brother house, one of the contestants slapped their dick on another person on primetime television, and I remember everyone talking about it on school the next day. And speaking of things at school, I was listening to this podcast the other day. I can't remember what it's called, but if I'll find it and get them to put it on screen because it was actually really interesting. It was talking about rage bait in like the digital age and having a brand identity. It was really interesting. Yeah. But the host was talking about, and this sent me to the stars. I was like, why did we all, at the age of, I can't remember, like 11 or 12, know that Tiger Woods cheated? Like, I remember being 11 and being like, can't believe it, man. He was a family man. What a snake. And I'm like, Sam, you're literally 11.
Literally turned the world upside down.
Do you remember the Tiger Woods?
I remember that too. Absolutely.
Yeah. We all happen to know that Tiger Woods was a snake and cheated. Why do we need to know that? We need to learn Pythagoras theorem.
Someone jumped onto MySpace and put in a beginner code to go Tiger Woods snake snake emoji. Were there emojis back then? Mommy?
Yes.
What was it like in the olden days?
I think there was, but you made emojis by doing like two symbols together. So like your love heart.
Classic.
But I think when you did them, it turned into a love heart. No, that's all right. Just trying to do some coding for the rats, but never mind. You go.
Code away wriggle sticks. Go for it.
I was just saying, you put like the angle one with the 3 and it makes an actual love heart. It's not just the love heart on the side. It was a bit of coding back in the day.
Yeah. And that was one that, this one, was that MySpace? Do you know the exact one I mean? Where you put together a bunch of, but you put together a bunch of like dashes and things in a certain order and then it makes this.
Oh,
wait, I'm going to do it without my microphone.
You can make everything. I feel like you can make everything with symbols. You can make Donald Duck. You can make Mickey Mouse. Like, The world's your oyster.
Babe, absolutely tell them. What else, darling?
No, that's kind of it. That's all I've got. We've hit the timer for this episode. It needs to wrap soon, Wriggle Sticks.
No. Wriggle Naught? Jumble Sticks?
Oh, dear. This has been a very
Guys,
silly one.
Very silly. Sam and I call each other insane things all of the time, but it's gotten next level recently, hasn't it, Jungle Naught?
What do we call each other during Edinburgh Fringe? It was like scramble.
Scramble Hat and Jumble Rat or something.
Yeah, Scramble Hat and Jumble Rat. And we say them
guys,
in public.
the rats need to know as well that we're now calling each other by last names era. We're going, absolutely life-changing stuff, Andrew. Tell them more.
Ripper stuff, O'Brien. It's brilliant. Hey.
No.
That's another rat food done and dusted, Gadigal bitch.
Done and dusted. Can't wait to see if I get hashtag whoa. When you.
Gadigal glands.
Gadigal glands. Touch wood. No Gadigal glands for me this time.
For new listeners, what's Gadigal glands with you?
Every single time I come to Sydney, I get deathly ill at some point in my trip.
So funny. Why?
Gadigal glands.
Why? Hey.
No Gadigal glands. I got work to do. Hashtag secret project. Can't talk about it, but I'm here for
embargo.
work.
Hashtag embargo.
Hashtag in the pipeline.
Very proud of you. All right. Well, rats, thank you for listening. As always, we'll be back on Monday for a rat bag that's from our cunty little fashion studio. But for now, I'm so sorry if you've been watching on YouTube because I've just been looking down and I look like a corpse. Actually, no longer are women apologising for their visual presentation. Hell yeah.
You actually genuinely as well look really like snuggly and cute, and I feel like we're at a sleepover, so there.
Oh, you're very gorgeous, aren't you? All right, I'm off to do some
true.
coding.
Wrinkle Naught. We'll see you soon.
Hey, if you're listening, comment your favourite coding symbol that makes a thing. I don't know.
Yeah, plus. And let us know if you were ever a bully in year 6. Relatable content.
Too many call-outs for comments. It's absolutely ridiculous. All right.
For us to get one comment going, love the Unhinged Oracle.
You're so real for that. Love you, Unhinged Oracle. All right.
Love you, Unhinged Oracle. All right, that's enough.
Goodbye, everyone. That's it.
Goodbye.
Bye.
This is a Grouse House podcast.
Mel and Sam would like to acknowledge that this podcast was created and recorded on stolen land.
The original custodians of this land have had a rich history of storytelling for over 65,000 years, and we pay our respects to the Wurundjeri people of the Kulin Nation, whose land we are making Rat Bag on.
Treaties were never signed, sovereignty was never ceded, always was and always will be Aboriginal land.